Hi, I'm Peter Hunt, editor-at-large on You and Your Wedding. Welcome to Vineyard House. This is the bowels of the building, and we're now going into my fashion cupboard to give you a bit of insight in what goes on before a shoot. So basically, everything gets delivered to us, goes into the post room, and then we have to transfer it from there into the fashion cupboard. Here we go. Sorry, the door's a bit jammed because there's so much stuff in here. Now, I know it looks a little bit chaotic. We've got all the boxes in the corner, but it is quite organised. One of the key things we've got is this is all our props for various shoots and still life stories. We try and create as much as we can here for both Instagram and in the magazine. But we are, I think, a huge bunch of hoarders and we can't let anything go. So once it comes in, if it's ours, we hang on to it. I think some of those go back quite some time. We'll find another use for it. Anyway, so here's where stuff comes in, we unpack it, sort out dockets. It's really keen that we have paperwork, and the paperwork we need to keep to show that stuff comes in and stuff goes out again, because basically you don't want, well, we don't get given dresses, we have to send them back to where they've come from, and so there's a whole trail of post and things involved, all really basic and boring things. On to our dresses. Now, my theme for the next shoot, I thought we'd do something big and large, kind of over the top princessy with a kind of flower vibe too. And recently I've just come back from New York and saw so many shows there. I think we saw, I don't know, 40 odd shows in 4 days. I walked 7 miles a day. I can't believe that. So thank goodness for the trainers. Thumbs up for those. Anyway, I saw other dresses at Harrogate because we do all these fairs all around the world and around the UK, visiting designers, seeing collections and trying to pick and edit stuff down so that you can see an edited highlight of what the current trends are. And at the moment there's quite a big feeling for three-dimensional fabrics, embroidery and print. So this one here, I really quite like this because it's quite zhushy. And this is all lovely, three-dimensional, adds texture. This is by Anny Lin. We saw them up in Harrogate, a month or so ago, I think it was. I don't know, I lose track of time. This one here by Casablanca, this is brilliant. I really like this. Lace embroidery with plenty of beadwork on it. Nice covered buttons on the back. But what's great about this is it's high-low. And that's fantastic for girls that like to show off their legs and have a decent pair of shoes. I think pink is coming in, and satin as well. It just has that nice romantic feel. It's great for a city wedding, this, even though it does look quite country. This one here, I saw this in Ian's shop. Now this is by Ian Stuart. He does a sort of couture range as well, and all the work that goes into these are all handmade flowers and hand embroidered. It takes hours and hours of work. Obviously they're a little bit squashed at the moment and I've got to steam them out so that they look nice and fresh in the picture, but so much work goes into this. And it's got a nice little shawl that goes around around the shoulders. Girls don't have corners. Low back, but amazing train too. And I think this works really well with flowers in the hair, or you could have a veil, up to you entirely. Again, this is in a lilac shade, which I think is also quite flattering for most skin tones. This one here, how nice is this? And this is another one we saw in Harrogate. I love this because it's got pockets in it, and it's by Private Label by G. Brilliant lace, nice traily back. See, when the dresses arrive, we have to hang them up, obviously. But when they've got really long trains like this, if we're not careful, we trip over them, and that's a bit of a health and safety issue. But this is lovely, nice simple dress, but pockets. Every girl likes pockets. It's so useful for when you're standing there. sometimes when you have your picture taken, you don't quite know what to do. So if you've got a pocket, it's a brilliant thing because you know where to put your hands, and a tissue for any weepy moments, and your mascara too, and cell phone if you really have to. Next, oh, this is Temperley. Love, 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 love this. Look at all of this embroidery. I mean, this is embroidered onto tulle. It's fantastic. All the flowery work. I think this is the one dress that started me off down the road for inspiration. I just think the work's fantastic. It's got an amazing retro feel about it, but still really modern at the same time. Really, really beautiful, and just a delight. Very light and easy to wear. Along with more 3D flowers. Now, this here is one of the Israeli dresses. Now, this goes on for yards and yards too. Great skirt on this. This illusion neckline is really popular at the moment, so it allows you to have a massive plunge without actually bearing all, because there's nothing worse than you know, falling out of your dress. So this holds you all in place. It's fantastic because you can have the flowers and things cascading down your sleeves, down your arms, and it just looks like they're kind of placed there. Really like this. Nips in your waist, but gives you there's a great swoosh about it. So it's kind of sexy, but your nan would still like you in it and not be at all embarrassed. This one here weighs quite a lot of money. Sorry, it does cost quite a lot of money, and it weighs quite a lot. This one here is by, sorry Molly, who's this one by?
That's Inbal Dror.
Right, another one from Israel. Molly, the fashion assistant, working hard at the cupboard, in the cupboard, doing the paperwork. Again, we tried to keep the plastic bags on the top of these to stop any beading catching on other tulle dresses. This has an amazing skirt. Brilliant show in New York, really loved the collection. And so we thought, well, let's show it off here. I mean, this does go on for miles. It's almost worth getting married in a church that's got a very steep staircase so you can run up and down just to show off the train on this. Right. This one, I loved this. Phoned up Sassi Holford, had a long conversation with her and said, have you got something big and interesting? And this is one of her new ones. It's got a sort of semi-scalloped hem, which you can't really see here, but I'm sure once we've done the shoot, you'll be able to see quite easily. Again, lovely 3D embroidery, subtle. I mean, is this the sort of dress Pippa should be wearing, I ask myself. Great petticoat to go underneath to give it a great big full-on zhushy bit. And the back, lovely buttons. Buttons look fantastic on dresses. However, on a shoot, nightmare. We all get fingers and thumbs and can't do them up very well. So, love that dress, and I was so pleased she sent it to us. This one here is another one that, it's a designer I first saw in New York and then again in Barcelona. It's Naeem Khan. He does so many fabulous red carpet dresses, but beautiful, beautiful wedding dresses. Lots of hand embroidery, 3D. He's always got such a magical theme, and this collection that this comes from, it was kind of like a Frida Kahlo theme, but with white flowers and big hoop earrings. Really, really beautiful. Again, it's subtle. The coverage is beautiful around the neckline, but full skirt, when a petticoat goes underneath that, it'll have that slightly Mexican vibe to it. Well, there we go, there's another hanger. This is by UK designer Ellis Bridals. Saw this out in New York and I thought, this is actually a really lovely dress. I think it's really romantic, and I know it doesn't have the colour and texture in such a 3D way as some of the others, but I think what's nice about it, it's a very flattering dress. This shape suits most people. It's easy to wear, It's not too revealing, and it's light enough for you to dance all night in. Again, big train. This is what it's supposed to look like, by the way. And this is one of the, we see a lot of these images. That's how, another way we select things. We have lookbooks which we go through, and Molly calls in everything from the lookbooks so that we know exactly what we're getting. And so there's no messing around. We ask for dresses and they come in. And this one here, this is by Anna Campbell. Stocked in a couple of stores in the UK. Lovely again, not as big as the others. If you notice, we've sort of graduated down. But really, really charming dress. Again, tulle with plenty of 3D embroidery, little tiny pearls, really, really cute. And it's one of those dresses you can't help swinging in. It's just a nice, easy dress. So once we've sorted out our dresses, what we tend to do is think of our theme. And, sorry, I'll move this out of the way, otherwise we'll trip over. We decided to go sort of sparkly diamonds with the accessories, so we called in quite a few. We also have loads coming on the day from real jewellery houses, so they have to come with a security guard. But, I mean, one of the things I love is this range here. This is from Jenny Packham. So not only now does she do her red carpet wear, her bridal wear, things for Debenhams and various other places, she also does a really strong jewellery range. This is all costume jewellery, so it gives you that massive red carpet feel without it being real diamonds. However, she does do a real range of jewellery for Goldsmiths. Along here, how cute is this? I love this ring, it's so sweet. Amrapali, lovely. Nice, tiny little diamonds, really pretty. I don't think we can have enough diamonds, actually. Then there's things up here which give you sparkle, but not quite on the same budget. So these are really cute, very, very effective for both you and your bridesmaids. We also considered tiaras, but I love stacking them at the moment. I think that's quite a current trend, as well as the wearing your tiara on the back of your head. That's also quite a current trend, which sounds ridiculous, I know, but Pronovius did it in Barcelona. And you just put this tiara on the back by your bun and it sits really nicely. Fatter headbands. Here, of course, is our ring, an engagement ring for the day, because it's really important that our model bride has a ring and an engagement ring on. More lovely headbands. Now, over here, more sparkly. This is from Stephanie Browne of Australia.
And Glitzy Secrets.
And Glitzy Secrets, thank you. There's just so much, thank goodness that Molly has tabs on exactly which piece of jewellery is from, because I'm hopeless at that. Down onto this layer, this is all Butler and Wilson here at the back and a door at the front. So Butler and Wilson, Simon has the best shop in South Moulton Street for sparkly diamante. I mean, I don't know how many shoots over the years we've all done together, but he does a wonderful, wonderful collection. And if you want a lot of bling, he's the person to go to. We have a few other spare bits, props, but then we never forget veils, because we have to do this head to toe. And this one here, I think, is a really, really cute one. This is by Joyce Jackson of London, but I think it's now just called Joyce. It's a really nice way on a plain dress to add a bit of texture and just a little hint of flowers. So really sweet. I mean, cute, not too expensive, light and easy to wear. So safe to just anchor that in on your chignon or even on a short hair. Very cute. Slightly 1950s feel about it, I think. So after we've done the top of head with our tiaras and things, down into where we keep our shoes. Now, we've just been to June's press day today, so we collected these when we were out. These ones here are from the wonderful Emmy, who again was in New York. But these are so pretty. Look at all the beadwork in there. It's fantastic. We have to take care of these because they're suede and really beautiful. But I do think she does a lovely shoe. They're very comfy once you've got them on too. I know you shouldn't worry about comfort, but we all do. And then these, love this heel. It's a good solid block heel and just a little peep toe. These are by Charlotte Mills. Newish to the shoe market in bridal terms, but very interesting, very exciting shoe designer, I think, too. But the glitter works wonderfully. Really, really interesting how something so simple but like adding glitter can really make a difference to what is quite a classic shoe. Finally, things like Dune. Now, with these Dune peep toes, what I think is always important to consider when you're buying shoes is check how smooth this is. If it's at all spiky, never buy that if you're going to have a tulle dress, because you'll rip the tulle to pieces. And luckily these Dune ones are really no sharp edges at all on there. Oh, that's brilliant. So they'll be safe to wear under any dress, really. Nice height heel, good peep toe. We often get peep toes because models come in all shapes and sizes, and sometimes some of our models have got slightly bigger feet than we thought they had, so a peep toe or a slingback always works to get that extra bit of allowance in there. So this is all going forward to the studio tomorrow. We're going to give you a sneak preview of the studio, and this is basically, all of this is what poor Molly's got to send back. So hope you enjoyed this. Good luck and see you tomorrow.